Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is episode 1 of our 3-day, 2-night backpacking adventure in Red River Gorge, Kentucky. Enjoy the video. Got a lot of cool stuff to see early on. Got some waterfalls, a whole bunch of arches, natural rock bridge, and should be a really good time. So we started this hike off on Rockbridge Trail, and we're probably going to put in about 6 or 7 miles today, find a campsite, maybe an hour before dark or something like that, and then go from there. Tomorrow night, the plan is to try to get to Hanson's Point, probably about 9 to 15 miles tomorrow, just kind of depending on like what options we pick and how we feel. Alright, we are on Swift Camp Creek Trail. It's number 219 on the map, and we'll be coming up on some more cool stuff. So the original trail we came in on, Rockbridge, is just like a loop back up to the parking lot. So there were a ton of people checking out like the rock bridge and the waterfall and stuff, and then since then we really haven't seen anybody. So getting out into the backcountry a little bit. Well, this is Turtleback Arch. A couple of guys were nice enough to show us the way over here. We never would have found this. It's like a quarter-mile, like rock scramble, like completely in a different spot from, where the GPS has it at. So we probably wouldn't have found it, but super cool spot. Pretty good find. Now we're up on top of Turtleback Arch. Steep?
A little bit.
So many places like this in Red River Gorge where you're just walking along like these huge rock formations and cliff faces. We're walking along this, and then off the camera, off to my right, there's a 100-foot drop straight over the edge of a cliff down to the water below. Super cool place, super hard to record. It's really hard to get all this stuff on video, guys, but I'm trying. We've mainly been focusing on not falling off the side of the trail, man. It's been something else. But we're probably about 15 minutes or so from camp. We gotta descend back down to the water, so let's really hope that somebody doesn't have this spot already snagged up, because we don't have a whole lot of time left, if I'm being honest. It's been pretty dark and gloomy down here for, I mean, the better part of 3 hours. I mean, Red River Gorge is, you know, forest down here is dense. I mean, it was feeling like it was twilight at, you know, 3:30. Ah, man, I'm too dark for video. I also hate walking with wide angle, but it's the only way you guys are gonna see it. Well, guys, not going to be the greatest video, but here's our camp. There's Sarah with her setup, and then over here I got the hammock. We're just going to make some food real quick, and I mean, honestly, like, it's already 7, it's dark. Down over this way, if we scramble down here, which is going to be fun in the dark, I'm going to hang my food bag someplace down there, and then probably wash out like my pot and stuff. But yeah, not much footage tonight, unfortunately. No fire. Everything down here is soaking wet. It's like a freaking rainforest down here, and it's too late. We're not even going to attempt it. I think we're just going to have some food and probably call it for the night and get an early start tomorrow. Good morning. Oh, good morning, everybody. A little bit better view of the campsite. It's a little bit later out, not much. Hello. We got to head on up and get the food bag, make some breakfast, and we want to hit the trail somewhat early today.
I heard you snoring.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Would have thought it was an animal, except there weren't any leaves.
I didn't really hear anything last night,
No,
like animal-wise or anything. And for you newcomers, got an ultralight upgrade up in field testing. This is the little BRS titanium stove. It's a $16 cheapo off of Amazon. Although technically, I guess it's not a cheapo compared to that one. We got those for $12 like years ago, and they still work great. So that's the AOTU brand. This is the BRS. So this one's a little bit smaller, and it's obviously titanium. So I think that one weighs 4 ounces, and then this one weighs 1 ounce. So it's been working. I haven't had any problems with it so far, but I feel like it's a little bit less efficient than that one, so there could be a case to be made for carrying one that's, you know, just a little bit heavier if it works better. So we'll see.
What are you having for breakfast?
Kodiak protein oats and coffee. Probably a handful of nuts or something. You hear how much quieter mine is? You guys should have came along for the bear bag hang last night. the branch looked a little bit suspect, and we were hoisting it up. I'm like, man, it's not coming up very fast. I told you to get out of the way, and sure enough, 5 seconds later, the branch snapped off. Everything came crashing down. Well, it wasn't very high off the ground, but
no, and it wasn't like a huge branch.
And it wouldn't have like killed you, but it probably wouldn't have felt good.
No.
So we found a better one. We wound up hanging our food like right over the trail, because that was really the only option we had. So it is what it is. You gotta. Oh, did you see that? There's a hole in my. Probably happened when the food bag came crashing down to the ground. Normally I eat my oats out of the pouch, but I poked a hole in my pouch. So now I'm gonna have to have it out of there. But there's a problem, because now I have one container and I made water for coffee and for oats. So if I eat the oats in there, I'm not gonna have coffee water.
This is why we bring two containers.
So the one container system is flawed, but I'm so much later.
But I'm so much more prepared.
But I'm 5.5 ounces later, though. Sacrifices must be made to the ultralight gods. Oh yeah, Sarah, where did you get that awesome ultralight coffee cup? Who gave that to you?
You might have.
Yeah, I gave it to you. So I was prepared. I do have 2 cups, or I do have 2 containers.
I have 2 containers. It's questionable.
You saw it here first, folks, on Pop-Tarts and backpacking. Dude, the maple brown sugar, Kodiak oats. All right, everybody, we are Oscar Mike for day 2. Not sure what today is going to bring. There's about 4 different arches I want to look at. We can go anywhere from 9 to 15 miles. Not sure what we want to do yet. So all I know is we're going to end up at Hanson's Point, camp up there tonight, and we'll just see what happens. Pick your own adventure. Well, this thing's super cool, but this trail is something else. That's the trail, if you could call it that. Do you need me to take that tripod or anything? Or? Are you recording me? My good scale. Well, Sarah's going caving. She's got my headlamp on, and let's see if there's anything back here besides like snakes or an angry bear or something. It's alright, keep going. I'm sure that none of those things are back there. Well, this is the Red River Gorge experience. It's kind of, notable for its geology, and this is no exception. All right, we're making the final big ascent here, and we're almost to a parking lot. We're probably gonna take a break at that parking lot, and then there's two different sets of arches we want to see. One's called Angel Windows, super cool. It's like a little, looks like windows in like a cathedral or something. And then what's the other one? Whistling Arch, I think. That one looks big, so those two things should be pretty cool. And then we're going to decide like what we want to do after that, because like I said, we can either go 9 miles today or we can go 15. I'm leaning more towards 9. So we'll see. Sarah's what, 5'3"? Yeah, it's like a 2.5 foot long leaf. I love how these trees just grow on a rock like that. It's a big tree too. Well, it was. Finally, off of the Swift Camp Creek Trail. Worst trail I've ever been on in Red River Gorge, I think, as far as like, you know, just the terrain and, you know, how long it takes to pass it. So we are on a day hiking trail now. We're gonna go see the Angel Windows Arch, and then we're gonna do like a little bit of road walking, I think, just to shave some time. Comfy?
I don't know if comfy is the word, but
we found the Angel's Windows. I think you guys can see why they call them that. Pretty cool. Sarah, can you run up there for scale real quick? It's always so hard to tell with these things. Like when you guys are watching it on TV. So it's taller than a Sara, for sure. Super cool area. Oh, hey babe, there's your changing leaves. All right, guys, we're gonna take one more look at the Angel Windows before we head to the next arch. And this is the back side of it. You can walk along this massive rock face right here, and it wraps all the way around over there. But we're gonna head back to Whistling Arch, I think. But super freaking cool spot. I'm glad we came over here. All right, short road walk, less than a mile. We're going to Whistling Arch. Sarah and I were just talking about how we had to ration our water in order to, we were going to stop and, you know, heat up a dehydrated meal, and we had to ration our water. And we were talking about that in the you know, trailhead parking lot, and some lady was like, "Oh my gosh, you need some water?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." So they gave us a bottle of water, so that was nice. Now we don't have to worry about rationing our water until we get to the next crossing. Man's having a bad day. This one's not as high. Going around the backside of Whistling Arch now. Hey, look at that. First real view in 2 days. There we go. There it is. Looks like a good lunch spot to me. All right, we're gonna stop for a little bit of lunch. Have some, what do we want to call it? It's like veggies, chicken, rice, and we got some Fritos. What do we want to call it?
Frito fajita.
Frito fajitas. Alright everyone, it's time to wrap up episode 1. If you guys liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see part 2 next week, please go ahead and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you in the next one.